Okay, welcome back, everyone. We're on to chapter 270 of Jujutsu Kaisen called End of the Dream. Interesting title because I don't know if anyone's seen it. Probably a lot of you probably have. There's been a lot of talk about the dream theory. I won't go into that though. It's an interesting theory though, so we'll see how that one, plays out. Maybe it'll be true. Maybe it won't be. So we get into the first page here, and it's Megami and Shoko over Megami's sister's grave. Sorry, I've forgotten her name. Unfortunately, she played a big part in the story. I know. And Shoko's talking about how she managed to clean up the sister's body so she can look pretty in the afterlife, even though they're just going to cremate her. And Megami thanks her for it. And she makes a little dead humor joke that, oh, not that I believe in the afterlife. And Megami, obviously, look glum. It's a bit of a somber situation. It's his accepting his sister's death, but it is what it is. And then, yeah, that's a quick scene of that. So starting off the second page, we get Megami getting a call, and Shoko kind of looking at her cigarette, and then you see it in the bin. I don't know if that means she's given up smoking, but maybe that's what it symbolizes there. Then there's a bit at the end I don't quite understand. It says Tengen's absorbed vestiges were left in Sukuna's remains, which were stripped from Megami's Fushiguro. So Sukuna absorbed stuff from Tengen. Not really sure. Not sure what that means. We then kind of get on to them talking about what they're going to do about Tengen's barrier. I assume that it's at risk, but they'll say they'll put Sukuna's remains there, and it'll act as a not a countermeasure. That's the next bit. It'll hold up with Sukuna's remains as the cursed object, but they'll need to find a countermeasure soon. But do not rush. You are still young, is what's said. And the next part is going to be a bit confusing. We're going to get a bunch of stuff that I might actually end up skipping over. Because the next few pages are a bunch of people who took part of sorcerers who took part in the culling game, but it's a bunch of people I don't remember their names. Maybe you guys do, but they just seem so unimportant. I'm just not interested. It's like, oh, they all had a happy ending, great. There's a bit with Maki giving her her katana to this dude who liked katanas, whatever. But yeah, so sorry if that seems like I'm glossing over it, but I don't think it's very interesting. We do get to a page on page 8 that does seem interesting here, in that it's got the and I'm going to feel bad because I don't remember his name, but I like him, the joke guy, the practical joke guy who had a comedy duel with Kenjaku. God, I almost forgot his name as well. But then, curiously, he's talking to someone. We don't see them, and they're blocked by a pillar. But then you get to the next panel where it clearly, the body, the shape, the hair looks just like Geto or Kajaku or whatever, Kenjaku or whatever. But the speech bubble covers his face. Now, the theory I'm going with this is he enjoyed their little comedy fight so much that this is just his dual act, and it's an inspiration of Geto or Kenjaku, and it's not actually him. And whether we'll find out, I hope we find out, because that's a blooming loose thread to leave if they don't answer it. Then we get a couple more pages of people I really don't remember. I feel bad. I don't know, is one of them the lawyer guy? I'm not sure. But again, glossing over because I just think they're not that interesting. We then move on to Hannah and Angel, and she's speaking with Megami. I don't know if that's where the call was coming from, but the Angel is trying to calm Hannah down, but she's flustered. She's embarrassed by the whole falling for Sukuna's little ploy. And then Megami kind of says something really interesting. Megami's like, I'll take responsibility. From now on, I'll be your right arm. And Hannah completely gets flustered and is like, when's the ceremony? I don't know if she thought that was some sort of marriage proposal or something, but she took it way too seriously. And it's all a bit embarrassing. Megami tries to explain the situation, and they kind of just try and move on embarrassingly. And then we jump to a next scene, and then we get introduced to two new people. And these, it's not a case of I forgot them this time. These are two new people, and we get the the panel that I titled this video after, the big bug-eyed guy. And then it turns out that the Megami, Yuji, and Nobara trio are there, and this guy actually looks normal to them. And the appearance of the bug-eyed dude is only for his partner, his wife, whatever. And they realize it's like, yeah, it's just her seeing him that way, because they all see him normally. So Nobara's like pushing her off, like, I've got to examine your body, of course, because the boys can't see that. And we end with Yuji declaring that they will be going on a mission, and because Megami has deduced that the cause of this will be one of the awakened sorcerers. And that will lead on to the final chapter coming this Sunday. So, well, it's been a long ride, but it's coming to an end. If anyone wants to share what they think their theories are, then I'd love to hear it. But until then, see you next time. Bye now.